Hey, good morning, guys. This is Hank. It is January, Friday the 13th, 0005. And I decided that I would do a heart to heart today. The last one I did was in November. I actually recorded one in December, but I ended up just deleting it. I listened to it a few times and I felt what I was saying to myself. And I think it was really mainly to me. And so, anyway, here we are. Oh, and first things first, I got this hat here sent to me from Lars in Sweden. Lars, thank you so much. The hat is really cool. It's a bit busy. And when I put it on, it looks very interesting. It's cool material. It's actually polyester, but it feels like rubber or something. And so I know it's waterproof, so I really like that a lot. But it's always a thought that counts. And he also sent me a really cool t-shirt. And I will display that. I'll wear it. But thank you very much, Lars. I appreciate that tremendously. And also, I would like to thank for the past 3 months, and I know it's and even longer, I've been getting so many messages, either email or some text from some of my clients or some of the people or subjects that I've induced, and from private messages on YouTube and even on Facebook, but really, really positive messages about the impact that my channel has had on them and me. You guys, you say really the nicest things, and it makes me feel so good. And when I started this channel, you know, I didn't have any particular intention except for, of course, displaying the music or whatever, or at least the songs. And it has built and turned out to be what it is now, and I'm very grateful. But I am happy that it has inspired people. It has made people have a better day, and like I said, all the messages that you've sent have been beautiful, and I appreciate them tremendously. There's so many things going on now. The message was coming out in the pieces that we're supposed to connect with our councils and connect with people in the light worker community. And as you guys know, Lars and I are no longer doing sessions. Lars now, if I can tell you, he has a girlfriend. I don't know if you check out his channel. He's lost weight. He's working like 3 jobs right now. He's really busy and things are going really well with him. And maybe futuristically we'll get together and, do some nostalgic inductions or something to that effect or whatever. But I have been looking for another person to induce where I could just explore with them. And I found one person, and well, there were 3 people who said they were interested, and one, like, it was female, and immediately she's like, well, I'm not really good at returning calls or answering messages or anything like that. And I don't know, I just sort of like, whoa, that says everything to me. Why? I don't get that. I didn't understand it, but I love her to death and I send her much love, but that's not going to work. So, and then the other gentleman, he was the first one to respond, and I said, oh, great. And I responded back, and I even went to his channel and left a message, but I've never heard back from them again. And then the other gentleman was C.W. Chanter, and we've done 2 sessions so far. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out. I think we'll do more, but it just depends. But you guys, I'm really looking for someone who I can do sessions with consistently, and like either once a week or once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I know Lars, we just did it at the drop of the hat because he was at home and I was at home. And so we had a lot of opportunity to go at it a lot. So I'm looking for someone who's passionate and really interested and actually has the time. I work out of my home, so that gives me a lot of free time or a time to squeeze in. And I just make time for everything that I absolutely love to do. And I love to do it. And also, besides giving information to you, I have to really think. It's like, Hank, you work out of your home now and you need to not be afraid or ashamed. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to say, when I speak about my sessions and I'm posting them now, they have different meanings and now for me because I'm doing it for a living. So it is an advertisement, which is why I do like to do the exploration, because it draws people in and they can say, hey, I'd like to have that too. And I'm very inexpensive. And so, I'd like you to book sessions with me so I can make some money so I can pay my bills. And I have no shame in that whatsoever. I've been doing regression since 1992. That's 25, 26, 20, that's over 25 years. Do you know what I mean? And so I have a lot of experience and, so, like I said, I'm very inexpensive. And, if you would like to explore yourself, to meet your higher self, to check into past lives, or even look into the future, or even the parallel lives, all of these things are possible. And I have over 300 videos on my YouTube channel to prove that it's possible. And even if you don't believe that the experience is real, even if you've had it and you don't believe it was real, it really gives so many people so much insight, because I get a lot of letters and communications from people who've had sessions who go, man, it really changed my life in so many ways, especially people who've lost ones who have passed and who have died, or passed, died, however you want to say, and or transitioned, and they connect with them, especially if they didn't get an opportunity to connect with them and they're speaking to them face to face. Like I said, whether they've made it up in their mind but they get an opportunity to hug their loved one, to say the things that they didn't say. A lot of times you even get explanations to why they passed. Now, like I said, if you're the one who's watching these videos, I say take it all with a grain of salt. You don't have to believe it. But if you're the one who's experiencing it, even if it wasn't real, but it gave you closure, it was all worth it. It was all very much worth it. And so, I encourage anyone and everyone who has a desire to do a guided visualization session or a meditation session, or even a quantum healing hypnosis therapy sessions. I do those sessions here in my home. So if you don't live here in Texas, the only other way that you can get a session with me is via Skype, because I'm not on a traveling circuit or anything like that yet. But then I do guided visualizations, and I have a bunch of different techniques, a bunch. And if you can ask any of the people I've done sessions with, there are several ways that I get them induced. I even work with people who have a really hard time being induced. And, after doing it for so long, you really can talk to someone, and let me tell you, it takes hours. I was doing my taxes and putting everything together, and I did 20 sessions, well, I'll say 18 sessions for free last year that I posted. And I know there was more than 18, but at 18, which each of them taking about 5 hours a piece, I had like 185 hours of free sessions that I posted online, for people to see. That's a lot of advertisement, but I never really advertised. I just started recently putting down, like, when I say down below, there's a link or something, putting, if you'd like to have a session, you can connect with me that way. But I'm going to tell you here, straight on, straight out, let me pull my glasses up, come have a session with me. And every single session is different. Every person that I have the session with, I deal with him differently. It depends on your energy and my energy and our communication. And but I tell you, I do go by the book. I'm extremely professional, and it's very different from the sessions where I'm exploring or what have you. That's all I can say. It's just very different. And so, I've never had anyone call to me afterwards and say, "Oh my God, it was horrible," or "I didn't like it," or complain or whatever. It's so far been 100% very positive feedback or whatever. And then I know I get a lot of really beautiful feedback from the people who are listening. So once again, my name on Skype is Hank.jones.ii. And it's so funny. People will, anyway, that doesn't matter. So I will put that down bottom or what have you. So like I said, book a session with me because I definitely need the money. I know some people think that I have a waiting list and something like that. I'm like, no, 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 it's not like that. I'm also a licensed massage therapist. So thank God I've been in that business for 7 years and my clients are good and they're consistent. So that gives me the freedom to be able to to actually work out of my home and do these sessions. But I sure would like to do more sessions because sometimes it gets tight, and it's just by the grace of God that I'm able to make all of my mortgage and my insurance and my dogs and my bills or whatever, what have you. And, you know, it's so funny when you start speaking about money and advertising and that type of thing. Sometimes, me personally, I'm like, I don't know if I sound like I'm begging or whatever, but I'm not begging at all, But I am, I see, I don't care what I see, what other people do, but I do see other people, you know, say, "Hey, book with me," and da 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 da. And I'm like, why can't I do that? And I think, why act like, you know, I don't know, it's ego. It's something you work through or whatever when you start a new business. This is, even though I've been doing it for a long time, I used to mainly do regression just for fun and for like a hobby. But now, since I've gotten the quantum healing hypnosis technique certification, and I started posting, and so many people started coming and asking and saying they were resonating with my style and with myself, which is what Dolores said would happen. Not everyone is for everyone, but thank goodness all the ones that have come to me thus far have been for me, and I appreciate every last one of you. So, if I resonate with you, then, come and connect with me and let's make it happen. And of course, I will say you do not have to have them posted. And see, that's the whole thing. I've been doing some lately, and they have no desire to have it posted. And so you may see it on my channel. You may see I go a while without posting. And sometimes it's because I don't have any clients, or, it doesn't matter, or because they just have no desire to have it posted. Or there's sometimes when I'm just like posting them back to back to back because everybody has a desire to post them. I like to post them back to back, and that's honest truth, which is why I like doing the sessions with Lars. But I would like to do them with someone else at this point, and someone who has the time and who is really motivated. And you will have to be able to get along with me and my personality or what have you. I'm a pretty good guy, guys, and you'll see if you connected with me or what have you. But you know, let's see what else is going on. Oh, you guys, there's some really cool stuff in the works going on with me, and I'm almost like, should I talk about them or whatever? I don't want to jinx them. But all right, there are two particular things that are going on with two different people with myself. And if one, I have a meeting with this evening, I know it's like, why bring it up at all? Well, because I just want you guys to send unconditional love to these projects. They're humanitarian and things that are in the best interest of everyone. There's nothing negative or nefarious or evil or like that. So if you don't mind holding some unconditional love for me for these two particular projects, it'll be really good. I think for me, and then for everyone else. It could, because it'll allow me to free up my time. And that's really cool. Even more so than now. Or not so much free up my time, but to be relieved, or it'll be a lot of relief for me financially. And yes, on January the 20th, I guess that's in 7 days, I am going to do an interview with Kevin Moore on The Moore Show. And I'm sort of excited about that as well. I don't know, maybe I may even induce him in the show, and because he's going to record it professionally and everything. So that should be really interesting. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a good thing. So what else is going on, guys? I hope I finished my sentence or my train of thought when I start jumping around. I think I have. So it's a new year, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. And I thank you very much for listening. I do appreciate it. Love and light. Namaste. And boom, and I like these numbers.